the 5th day of Ramadan, and I'm currently on a drive right now trying to get my mind off of not being able to eat or drink because I'm so fucking thirsty. And I flew out to New Jersey to see some family up in Jersey, and I flew from Miami. I live in Miami, and cold I'm not used to. It's like 48 degrees, which is freezing. I feel like I'm getting a cold. I'm used to 80 degrees sauna weather. Blessed for that. But yeah, I mean, it's my first time ever fasting for Ramadan. I've never had religion forced on me as a kid. So Islam is something that my family practices. Obviously, you know, I'm in Jersey right now. All my family is fasting. And I never did it as a kid. And I moved out to Miami to become the best possible version of myself and just, you know, I guess break free from the matrix, if you will. I hope this video is somewhat like visually pleasing. I'm just trying to drive right now, and that's one thing that I like, because I mean you're just on the road, not worried about a destination, just driving. It feels good. And you know, I never had Islam forced on me as a kid, but as I continue to, you know, work my way up of self-improvement, I realize how important it is to put your faith in a higher power, which is why, you know, with the help of, I think I'm about to get on a highway. I have no clue where I'm driving, by the way. Like, I have no clue where this road is. I see Princeton. I know Princeton's a college. That's all I know. But it feels very, I guess, derealized right now. I feel like I'm not really living. I feel like I'm in a video game because I was just driving around in Miami. But yeah, the brain fog is terrible. Like, I can't focus for anything. I can't really form a competent thought to save my life. I just feel derealized. I feel hungry, and you know, something as well, like my body kind of feels like the blood circulation kind of cut off, and all of this suffering, right? Like I'm, you know, it's not just me, which is the beauty about it, is that my family, everyone who practices Islam is going through the same exact suffering that I am, and I think that's empowering. I feel like that is a motivator, and that is a form of accountability that, okay, I'm dealing with the same exact pain points that everyone else is going through. I wake up, I stuff my face. Again, first time fasting, so I don't know how, you know, the correct way to go about this. I literally just asked ChatGPT for the most science-based way I can fast without really torturing myself, and wake up in the morning, eat oats, I eat you know, fruits, dates, and I just hydrate, throw salt and a squeeze of lemon into my water, so it helps with hydration. But I'm just trying to do this in the most science-based way I can. But originally why I was even motivated to, you know, participate and practice Ramadan is it's a sacrifice and a form of self-control in a 30-day time frame towards a higher power, and it makes you a hell of a lot more grateful, a hell of a lot more thankful. Hold on, I'm about to take like a mean-ass back road. Just for the little things that you used to take for granted, like water. You know, me drinking it during nighttime when the sun's not out, I'm so much more thankful because, you know, it's limited, if that makes sense. Like, there's a limitation in my head, and like food as well. Like, I'm so much more grateful when I eat. I'm so much more blessed when I eat, and I you know, put a lot more value on the thing that I once was, you know, normalizing, to be honest, when I break my fast, when I, you know, eat my sahur meal, which is the morning meal. The thing that Ramadan kind of revealed to me is that social media has completely not just social media, but, you know, the day and age that we're going into, where pleasurable things are so readily available to you. Instant dopamine is so readily available to you. Like smoking weed, you get a high that you feel good for, and then, you know, you come crashing down and you want to go right back to the high. Or drinking alcohol, like you feel like you're social, you feel like that social anxiety is just burned off once you're off the alcohol. You feel like you're good at social events, and then once it's gone, you feel like you're anxious again. You feel like you're You feel like you have that social anxiety again. And then with Instagram, with scrolling on social media, like, you get to experience so many emotions at a time, artificial emotions at a time, that it kind of just numbs all of the emotions that you actually feel, because they're all artificial. They're not really your feelings. And ultimately, Ramadan is a form of sacrifice, and that delayed gratification, because, you know, I fast all throughout the day, all throughout daylight hours, so I can break my fast at night, which is delayed gratification at its finest, right? And that form of delayed gratification is not practiced so often anymore. I'm like in a small town right now. It's kind of dope. It's so weird being in like a town like this, when I'm used to being in a huge city. I feel like I'm on a campus right now. Yeah, I think I'm in Princeton. I think I'm in Princeton right now, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, what I understand is that if I'm not willing to make sacrifices right now towards a better version of me and a better future, what will ultimately be sacrificed is my goals for the future. So Ramadan is a form of practicing that delayed gratification, that sacrifice that I need to make now, and my brain needs to understand that this is the correct way to go about things to get what I want. Because I promise, even if you find an easy way of getting whatever you want, right? Like the easy way, like instead of actually going out there and, you know, forming a good relationship with a woman, you know, breaking that social barrier, breaking the social anxiety, asking her out when you get the jitters or something, you just don't want to do it, and, you know, asking for her number. Instead, you have porn right at your fingertips that you can just access very, very easily. And that is what a lot of men nowadays do. It's just because it's so accessible to you, and the fear of rejection has gotten so high that no one actually wants, like, no one understands that that's a good emotion to go by. Like fear, anxiety, stress. In my head, they're all good emotions, because that tells me that I'm doing something difficult that I don't want to do. And I think this is a perfect form of, you know, this is so cool right now. Damn. Hold on. I want to like flip my camera. Give me a second. This is so fire. Yeah, I miss doing this in Miami. Like, this is so cool, bro. Hidden, I guess, back roads. I'm pretty sure I'm on the Princeton campus right now, but in sport mode, just driving, feels good. Not knowing where I'm going, not knowing where I'm at, just driving, bro, just driving. That's what I like. You know, Lent and Ramadan, they match up on the same exact days this year, which I think is beautiful. Hold on, let me not make sure. Damn. Lent and Ramadan, they match up on the same exact days this year, which I think is beautiful, because all the time I hear such conflict between the two religions. Let me pass this dude real quick. Such conflict between the two religions, and I think it's a form of unity, because during Lent, if you're Christian, if you're Muslim, during Ramadan, you give something, you sacrifice something to practice that delayed gratification. I think that's beautiful. So, I mean, I think it's a great thing, and I think it's not normal these days to practice that form of sacrifice, practice that form of delayed gratification. One of my favorite quotes is that there is no sunshine without a little bit of rain. So if I have to go through a little bit of sacrifice to get 10x rewarded in the future, that's fine. It's temporary. The pain you feel right now is temporary. The hunger, that, you know, the feeling of your stomach eating itself is kind of what it feels like when you're starving, basically. That temporary pain is worth it. The feeling of being so dehydrated that you can't even form a conscious thought, it's worth it. The feeling, do you realize that you don't even feel like you're in your body, you don't even feel like you're in the present moment, it's worth it to remind you of, you know, the blessings that you have in this life. So I'm just going for a drive. Honestly, I'm gonna vibe out, play a little music, you know, trying to attach myself to the present moment a little bit, really be grateful, go back, spend some time with my family, because what a blessing it is to fly out and see my family. And yeah, I mean, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you took some value from this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.